name is Miranda, and today I'm here to react to episode 2 of season 2 of Heartstopper after a phenomenal premiere episode, if I do say so myself. I'm just so excited to dive more into this season, and I don't want to waste any time, so yeah, let's get into it. That's so rude. I hate when teachers call kids out like that in front of their parents. Like, you don't know what their home situation's like, if that's gonna make it worse or not. See, this is the bullshit. This is the bullshit. Where it's like this exact teacher was like, Charlie's distracted, his grades are bad, and now they're gonna be like, you can't hang out with anyone or do anything fun. Whereas Isaac has good grades, and the same teacher is like, but I wanna see him be more social and do more. It's like, you can't freaking win. And this, it just irritates me so much. It's like, it's impossible. It's impossible to be perfect. She's so patronizing whenever she opens her mouth. I cannot. Ugh. Maybe you should have paid attention to that sooner, parents. Ugh. She's awful. I cannot stand her. And, the dad is such a, pushover, too. He needs to be that's unfair. They can still see each other. If I was him right now, I'd be like, I'm not doing my homework. I'm not doing my schoolwork. I'll fail on my school. I don't care. Until you, give me some slack and, actually, compromise with things, no. Oh, gosh. This episode is just designed to make me angry, I guess. Oh, how could such a sweet woman raise such a prick? Just such an awful person, you know? Yes, babe. I love that he erased that and put how he's feeling. Yes. I just can't believe that. That's so stupid. Just to, I don't know. I've never been a big fan of his mom, like I said, but, that is just, even the dad being like, no, we're not saying you can't, not see him ever, and the mom's like, oh, yeah, we are. He's such a loser, waving at him and everything, too. That's the thing where it's just leave Nick alone, you know? It's the fact that, he has to be, justified, or, he has to get someone to say, no, you're not the bad guy, right? It's he can't just leave them alone, as he very much should. Just don't exist in their world, and they won't think about you. It's the fact that he tracks him down and he waves at him. It's oh, ugh. Oh, what did he do? Oh my gosh, the smile on his face. I do agree, though, they need to not be distracted during their exams. This is cute, but also, I hope this doesn't affect their exams. I'm surprised the teacher was like, oh yeah, give it back to him, and not just give me the pen, I'll give it to him. I thought he was gonna be like, oh, they want you in the nurse's room, you know? This is very sweet, but now is not the time to be talking about this. Yeah, I was like, the teacher was very lenient, making them, letting them talk that long, in general. That's not the problem, you idiot. Yeah, thank you, Nick. Oh my gosh. This man is so, wanting to keep himself in the right. And I'm telling you, I tweeted this after the last episode, but I was like, Ben has a lot of audacity to keep running his mouth for someone that has no leg to stand on. You don't get to talk about Charlie and also be like, so you're just gonna ignore me? And then, literally the next day be like, Charlie's desperate as ever, I see. And, no part of you has changed. You just want this validation. You cannot stand the fact that someone sees you for what you really are. No, it wasn't. Yeah, doesn't matter. Nick's perfect. He's like, yep, no, don't care. No, I think he's more concerned that you'll force yourself on Imogen too, or cheat behind her back with a guy or a girl. Ben, what the fuck leg do you have to stand on right now to say this when, the whole point is, you wouldn't come out and, we're keeping him a dirty little secret? What the frick is this deluded ass kid thinking? My gosh, to have the confidence of him, I would literally rob a bank because I would think I could get away with it. Ugh, this is just, my blood pressure is, rising. Get out. Yeah, like he told you to leave. Someone tells you to leave your room, you leave. Oh, I normally feel like it would be like so unhealthy that like they can't go this long apart from each other. Like I was just reading a book where like they literally had to spend all their time together and I was like, this doesn't feel healthy. But like for them it's just like you can see how like there's such a calming presence for each other, one. But then two, also like they can be around like their friends. Like it doesn't have to be them alone. It's just like everyone else in their life aside from their friend group is being dicks right now and like they just need like that calmness of the person that gets them. Oh my gosh, that is so cute. I always wonder that though when they're like, "Oh, you're cold, take my sweatshirt." I would be like, "Aren't you cold now?" Like I'd feel too guilty. Aw, so cute. I also like how it comes up to here because he's so much taller than it. Oh my gosh, what a perfect day, honestly. Like from all the stress they have going on in their lives, they both needed this. Look at that picture he's taking from like 20 feet away, and I guarantee you they're gonna show the picture and it's gonna be like perfect. Like literally, like he was right there, Model S. Not like when I take a picture and it looks like it was literally developed by a 3-year-old holding an iPhone 4 for the first time. Did I not call that? Unless he took another picture that we weren't aware of that looked nothing like the pictures we saw him taking from again 10 feet away. Oh, like it's just they make each other so happy that like it's like I could never as a parent to like fully banning my kid from something that like healthily makes them so happy, right? You know what I mean? Like if they were friends with like Ben and I was like, ugh, but then he wouldn't be making him fully happy. You'd see him stressed out afterwards. I am not even kidding you. There's a customer I had one time a few years back. She looks exactly like that girl. And that customer was the sweetest and also coolest, like dressed vibe, everything that I have ever seen, like since. Like never to be topped. And I'm just like, are you an actress now? I love how much his mom loves Elle and like loves them together. Taz's mom is so sweet. Poor Imogen. That's you should not be dating him though because he's one of the few people that actually likes you. Like that is we need to get this girl some like self-esteem and also just like teach her about toxic masculinity, you know? Oh no, is he getting like test anxiety? I don't know like what you would equate these to in the States because it's like we have like SATs, but normally you really don't have to pass those to like graduate. I mean, some schools might, but like my school didn't, and a lot of colleges don't even really care about SAT scores anymore. And then you have like state tests or whatever, but it's not like this intense where you're like meeting with the parents and like studying and stuff. Like it's just like you kind of prepare for it during like your regular classes. Poor guy. Oh my gosh. Oh, this just hurts. It hurts because it's like a good example of the like of not wanting to be like romantic with someone to ruin a friendship, but then I feel like it shows how like ignoring that and like not talking about your feelings kind of also ruins the friendship in a way because it's like she rightfully wants some space from him, but at the same time it's like I feel bad for him that he's like losing time with her that he clearly wants. You know, like they both want to hang out with each other. It's just it's too hard right now and that just makes me sad. That's ironic. I just thought it was a British thing. I'm gonna be honest. I didn't bat an eyelash. Ew, get away. Why does he keep going in his freaking room? Like, get a lock on your door. Get out. Oh my gosh. Ugh. Punch him. I don't condone violence, but punch him. Punch him. He keeps coming in your room, and it's like, eh. Oh my gosh, what a douche. I'm not allowed to be. Did he really just say that? Yeah, that's weird. Stop going in his room. It's like you're snooping. Nick's mom, can you stand up for your son a little bit, please? To your other son? Um, she was not mean enough. I would be like, shut the fuck up. Stop talking right now. But I guess you gotta love both your kids, so hard for her. Me, on the other hand, no. Your kid's a prick. Oh, poor Charlie. I feel like he thinks he like ruined that, but it was totally David, so it's not your fault. And I also feel like Nick kind of expected this. Like, obviously not, like, to this level and wouldn't want this, but I just feel like he never thought, like, David was gonna be like, oh my gosh, great, I'm so happy for you. So he's kind of been preparing for it, I think. Well, there's the disorder popping up. I'm disgusted with both of them, though. Like, his mom is just awful, but, like, his dad is also just, like, totally, like, just bowing down to everything she says when he should be like, no, let's be reasonable about this. Like, it's just crazy. I could just never, I don't know. I don't know. I feel like it's always hard, right, when you don't have kids, but, like, I'm just like, some of the decisions people make, I'm like, oh, really? Really? No. Oh, I don't want him to blame himself. Oh, you also don't, like, that's not on you at all. And it was probably, like, traumatizing, like, thinking back to when he was bullied and heard stuff like that. He sends him a voicemail too because he knows like he has to hear it. Like it's not just the fact of like texting and being like it's not your fault. You need to hear like the sincerity in his voice of being like it's not your fault. Oh, I knew it was gonna be like traumatic for him. Like he's probably trying to like as much as like he wants to make this okay for like Nick, it's almost like a do-over in a sense for him of like I don't have to relive all that stuff, you know? And it I feel like he needs to work through that still. And your parents aren't helping by being pricks. Oh, Charlie, I just want to scoop him up. It's not your fault. Like, there's awful people out there. Everything that happened with Ben is not your fault. Everything that happened with David is not your fault. I talk so much talk to now that I'm older, but like if I was his age, I'd be like, yeah, I'll do my work. Whereas now I'd be like, I'm not doing my work, Mom. You want me to do my work? I'll fail out of class. I'll go work at Target, okay? Mm. She's the best mom, okay? Great advice, great advice. She would tell David to shut the F up, okay? She was just saying how she was outspoken. She's so, like, quiet, too, I feel like, but she would be like, get out of my house. It's almost worse, too, right? When you piss off, like, the, like, soft-spoken people, because then you're like, oh, I've really done something. Because it's not even like they're yelling at you, but it's just, like, the harsh way they're talking. You're like, this isn't good, right? Like, I feel like people that yell, they yell all the time. You're like, whatever. But when, like, someone, like, really soft-spoken is like, shut up and get out of my house, you're like, ugh. Please tell me she's not right behind him. Oh my gosh, that would be so awkward. Oh, Tao. You probably practiced this speech. Oh. Oh, she wasn't there. I thought just the way they were like looking like that, I thought she was gonna come around the corner like, hey, but that's weird. They have to have known that he likes her, right? Like, or that like there's something going on, like some vibes between them. Either that or they're both just, I feel like maybe oblivious on Charlie's part just because like he's been wrapped up in his own stuff, which fair. But I feel like Isaac was definitely like looking at them last time when they were all at the sleepover being like, couple, soon to be a couple. So like he's gotta know, you know? That was such a good episode. Like made me angry with like David and Ben and Charlie's mom and all that, but a really good episode. Like I love Tao's mom and like how she like just the perfect thing to say, right? Of like exactly like you're so scared of losing her, fight to stay by her side, you know? And it's just like I love her. MVP, right, for me of the episode, and I'm excited to see what else is gonna happen. I do have to point out though, like they've been going to this like place a lot, which maybe probably is close to them. I don't know, before they got on the bus together. But like if you're complaining that like you don't see Nick now that like you don't have homeroom together and stuff and he's studying all day, get to school early maybe, or have him meet you at this convenience store. Like it was just funny when he's like, oh, I didn't get to see you this morning. I'm like, get to school early then. I mean, maybe they're trying to be like more careful about stuff at school, but I just feel like you could figure it out, you know what I mean? So I love this episode. I think it was so cute and so sweet, and I cannot wait to see more, even though I know it's already gonna break my heart because we're already getting hints at like Charlie's problems, Nick's problems. David is obviously gonna be on more of this season, and so is Ben. Ooh, so yeah, if you have seen this episode, please feel free to let me know what you thought about it down below in the comments. Also, make sure to give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and subscribe to my channel down below if you have not already for more Heartstopper reactions, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!